Hello, everyone, and welcome to our YouTube Live. My name is Michelle.
And I'm Rachel.
And welcome to Keeping Up with the Windsors. Now, we've had loads of new subscribers, so welcome to everybody and welcome to our YouTube channel. If you haven't seen us before, we are royal fans who love talking about the royals every week, anywhere we can. We've got a YouTube channel. We've got a podcast, Keeping Up with the Windsors. We've got an Instagram, Keeping Up with the Windsors pod. So if you want to come and see us, say hi on any of those channels, please do. Make sure if you're watching this right now that you like the video, that you're commenting, and also as well that you are subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. If you've got any questions for us, make sure to put question at the start of your comments, and we'll be able to get to a few questions at the end. We've got a lot to chat about, Rach, haven't we?
So much to chat about this week. It's all been happening, hasn't it?
So much going on. So what we're going to do is we are going to get started straight away because we had the amazing picture today from the Instagram, the Prince and Princess of Wales, and it was Prince William's 42nd birthday, and we had just the most glorious action shot of Prince William with Princess Charlotte on the left, and then Prince Louis and Prince George. And honestly, it was the picture that I really needed to bring some energy into my life today.
It was so cute. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, this is so amazing. And that photo was taken by Catherine in Norfolk. And as soon as I saw it, I thought this has got to be one of my favourite photos of theirs. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I loved how vibrant and energetic it was. And if you have a look at the difference between the Father's Day picture we had, well, a couple of days ago, wasn't it? Last Sunday. And it was the back of Prince William with the kids. And obviously they were holidaying in Norfolk. And apparently it was taken last month. So I just loved this. We had two very different shots of family life for the Waleses. But how wonderful. I mean, come on, Prince William. Like, he must be such a cool dad, right?
And as soon as I saw it as well, I thought that is giving dad mode energy, like full on dad mode.
Yeah, 100%. I tell you what, the first thing that came to mind was, hang on a minute, like, were they on trampolines? That's a really high jump, right?
They were probably taking like a run and be like, yay!
Oh, it's so fun. I love it. And also what I tend to find is there's always some kind of royal blue aspect of their clothing. So we had Prince William with his blue hoodie in both of the pictures. But I just love these pictures from Catherine. Rach, were these pictures given to the royal rota the day before, or was this more of a social media premiere?
No, and this is what I'm really enjoying lately, ever since the whole Catherine Photoshop debacle, which we won't go into today, but I've noticed, and Shell, you probably noticed as well, there's a pattern of William and Catherine not releasing the photos to the Royal Rota. They're doing it through their own social channels, which I'm all for, to be honest. Like, protect your family, give out the photos you want when you want, and yeah, who cares if the Royal Rota, and we know that the Royal Rota have those photos so that they can be on the front pages the next day.
Yeah.
Because it sells the papers, and that's not happening now. Good on them, I say.
I couldn't agree with you more. I think it's just absolutely brilliant that they were able to take charge and thought, you know what, we're going to get slated whether it's Photoshop, it's not Photoshop, what's going on with this, on that. Who cares? Let's just do it ourselves. And we've been saying for years and years on the podcast that we wanted them to have a bit more autonomy when it came to their image, their pictures, and especially because Catherine's such a wonderful photographer, it makes sense for her to take those pictures, those candid pictures that we get. And it's so great to see the kids in their element, isn't it? Which you'd only really get in a really intimate setting with mum and dad. So we're getting the true personalities of the kids, and I really adore those pictures when they do come out, and I'm so happy that they're still giving those pictures to us, because I thought for a time they might actually stop it. Like, do you know what? No, we're done.
Yeah, exactly. I feel exactly the same. Like you said, Catherine just captures those candid moments perfectly. And that's what she does as their mum. She knows how to capture those moments. So lovely to see that today on Prince William's 42nd birthday. Right, shall we move on to Troop in the Colour?
Yes, let's move on. We have been busy, Rach. Tell the royal community everything.
So we actually attended Troop in the Colour last Saturday, and we have a vlog on our YouTube channel. So make sure that you go and watch that so you can experience the day through our eyes. It was just so amazing to be in London, so fantastic to see Catherine in person and looking so well. And you can just imagine the excitement that we as royal fans felt seeing her in that moment, and the children as well. It's such an exciting time. We got really close to the balcony, which is always a thank you, whoever's up there, because it's always quite a sprint down the mile to get to the balcony by the flyover. So it was a really lovely day. As I said, you can go and watch that vlog over on YouTube. So I just thought I'd tell you a little bit about Troop in the Colour. So this is the King's official birthday parade, and it's not to be mistaken by his actual birthday, which is in November. And the parade showcases the best of the military pageantry while celebrating the monarch's ties to the armed forces. So that's a little bit about Troop in the Colour. And this year, the King's Colour of Number 9 Company, Irish Guards troops their colour, and the King wore the tunic of the Guard of Honour, which is the sovereign always wears the uniform or the regiment's colour, which is being troops. Now, the Princess of Wales was appointed as Colonel in 2022, a position she took over from William, which he held since 2011. So we wasn't expecting to see Catherine, and then literally the night before, in our time here in the UK, it was announced that she would be attending, and that just cemented our excitement, because we was going to go even though we didn't know Catherine was attending. But the fact that she was there and that she is Colonel of the regiment was really special, wasn't it, Shell?
Yeah, it was. She was wearing a badge as well, wasn't she? As Colonel, which was really lovely. And yeah, if you watched our YouTube live for our community, we were just literally flabbergasted that she was going to troop in, because we said in this YouTube live last week, we don't think she's going to be there. She wasn't at the Colonel's review. Why would she be at Troop in the Colour? And then the day before, we just got this absolutely glorious picture of Catherine in a forest. I'm guessing in Windsor. I'm not quite sure, but kind of like out of the woods, but not. She's in the woods, but she's not out of the woods, kind of thing, with the messaging around her cancer journey. So I was thrilled to see her, to be honest, Rach. I was thrilled to be able to be in person at Troop in the Colour. And it was a wonderful as well to share it, because a VIP Royal community member, Julie, she came over from Boston. We hung out with her for the day, which was great. And this is what I love about royal events. Yes, we get to see the royals, but we also get to be around royal community and discuss, and really geek out about our love for the royals. And that's kind of one of the perks as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and a lot of people message us saying, good on you for sticking out there with the rain, because that weather was atrocious on Saturday. Luckily, when they were coming down the mount, it wasn't too bad. It was only spitting rain. But on the way back, it was like the heavens opened and it was a torrential downpour. And we looked like drowned rats, didn't we?
I mean, the vlog tells you everything. Honestly, go and watch it. And what's really interesting is the reason why the sovereign's birthday parade is in June is to ensure good weather. But it's Britain. It's going to be very, very kind of up and down at any point. But torrential and thunder and lightning. Welcome to Britain. That's all I can say. I also wanted to say as well, if you are part of the VIP Royal community, which we have our own membership over on Ko-fi, Kofi. I'll pop a link in the description if you do want to be part of that. We do go into depth about our Troop in the Colour experience. And also we've had our Zoom call this week, so the replay is up for you for everyone who's part of the membership. So, Rach, we've also had a very big week of royal engagements because it was Royal Ascot as well.
Royal Ascot is always such a highlight, isn't it? Because a lot of royals attending this event. As we know, Zara Tyndall, she is an equestrian herself, so she always attends these events. It was lovely to see Lady Gabriella Kingston on the first day in the carriage, especially after everything that she's been through with her husband passing away. So it was absolutely lovely to see her. And it was just so nice to see so many royals together at the same time, Shell.
It felt like a real family affair, didn't it? Everybody had come together. We always know that Queen Elizabeth II, that was penciled into her diary. It was the first engagement of the year for her in her diary. So we know how important it is for the royals with Royal Ascot. And I mean, also Prince William, he's had a really good sporting week, haven't he? Because he's been to the football, he's been to Ascot as well. So yeah, but another thing that I absolutely loved, especially, I think Zara really was our MVP of the week, right, Rach? Because not only is this kind of her world, her thing, but I mean, Mike Tyndall really came through. He's always matching with his tie with whatever Zara's wearing, and we will go to the fashion moment of the week, so we'll get to the fashion in a moment. But what I loved is they were just all hugs and kisses all round, right? And some people have this idea of the royals as being really stuffy and not very affectionate, but I mean, Mike and Zara are really going for it with the affection, and I'm here for it. I quite enjoyed seeing their bringing all the family together in that sense.
Yeah, there was a lovely moment that was captured when William was greeting Beatrice and Zara, and that's always lovely to see. And whenever I'm always like, whenever I see Zara greet the king. Because did you see that clip? But she like tapped him on the back, and I think he thought, "Who's touching me?"
Yes. Yeah. Because I think as well, wasn't it the king that gave the Princess Royal the name of Zara? Like it was kind of like he's godfather, isn't he, for Zara? So it's like they've got this really lovely connection. We also saw the Middletons, so Carol and Michael were there, and I just loved the interaction with Prince William and his mother-in-law. She got her shoe stuck, didn't she? And there was this moment where, you know, there was a big kind of like, haha, my shoe stuck. I just loved it. I thought in the absence of Catherine, seeing the Middletons there, they were still part of the family. You know, they're not on the sidelines. They are part of the family. And it really did show, didn't it, in Ascot?
Yeah, I think it just cements what we've all thought all along is such they have such a close relationship. I think it's pretty obvious that Michael and Carol have been helping out with Catherine and the children. And I just think it's lovely. It was lovely to see them because we do get to see them sometimes at these royal events. They've been to Wimbledon before, so maybe we'll see that. Catherine did say that in her message that she would be attending some events over the summer. So I think watch out for Wimbledon because I've got a feeling that's where we'll see her next. What do you think, Shell?
She loves a bit of tennis, doesn't she? So yeah, I definitely think so. Hopefully she feels well enough because as she said, there are days where she feels up to it. There's days where she doesn't. So fingers crossed. And I hope that we do get to see her when she's feeling better and able to. It was such a lovely surprise to see Catherine this week, honestly. It really was. I wanted to also just mention when I was looking at the on the royal website, the court circular, I love how they've written where the king and queen were going to be coming to Ascot. So I've this is what they wrote: the king and queen honoured Ascot races with their presence today. I was like, yes, they did. It wasn't just like the king and queen attended. It was like, no, they honoured Ascot races. I was like, yes, we love the copy on this. Did you see this, Rach? I think it was happened today, which I think is day 4. No, day 3, day 4 of Ascot. I can't remember. Day 4. And the king and queen got out of their car into the carriage, and the gentleman, there was just crowds around them. The gentleman said, "Do you want a tip for today, sir? Like, do you want me to tell you who's going to win?" And he was just laughing. He's like, "Yes, please, give me a tip." I just love these public interactions. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I love it as well. And I think, like you said at the start, it's, you know, so synonymous with Queen Elizabeth because she did attend every single year. It was one event that was always in her diary that she tended not to miss. So to see the king taking over that position, we do know that he is involved with horses in the fact that he used to play polo and he rides horses, but I don't think he was much as of a horse racer enthusiast as what Queen Elizabeth was. So it's been nice to see him this year and last year as well really get into that role, because that actually makes them quite a lot of money, Shell.
I was gonna say, and their horse won last year, didn't it? So, I mean, of all the years, obviously the Queen passed the year before, and then the horse won the year after. So, oh yeah, and I remember seeing Zara being interviewed on TV, just saying how wonderful that was for them to win their race on their their first year, taking over the horsing. I try and act like I know what I'm talking about, but I don't think I know what I'm talking. What was it called? A horse stables, a yard, isn't it? Like a horse yard. Who knows? Royal community, if you know, pop it in the comments right now, because my horsey knowledge, although I love horses, is not it's not that great. Right, we're moving on. Let's go to fashion moment of the week. Royal community watching right now. If you're watching on the replay, it's time. This is your time to shine. Get your comments in. Let us know what your royal fashion moment was of this week. And yeah, Rach, what's yours? Let's start off with you.
Mine has to be Zara. It has to be Zara. I mean, all the days, the 3 days that we've seen her, she looked incredible. But my favourite was on day 3 when she was wearing that lilac Rebecca Valance dress and the Sarah Kant millinery hat. Just absolute perfection. The colour was so beautiful on her, especially with her blonde hair. It was really striking. I absolutely loved her choices, and props to her stylist, her hair and makeup team. She just looked incredible. But Shell, we don't talk about the men's fashion enough, and I'm going to throw it out there and say, for me, a close second was the King. I absolutely loved, I was obsessed when I saw him. I think it was on day 1. He was wearing a tie pin, a blue and a pink striped shirt, and a lemon waistcoat, and not forgetting the pocket square. I love a pocket square.
You love a pocket square, right?
And he also was wearing, and William wore this as well, a cornflower blue flower. And that is actually the traditional flower of Ascot, which I only found out yesterday. I was kind of like, why are they wearing these blue flowers? And it's that reason. So you learn something new every day. There's always a reason in what they're wearing. There's such a reasoning behind the outfits. It's not just, oh, these colours look well together. There's some type of significance. There's a history behind it. Especially, I think you're going to speak about this in a minute, Shell, because I know how much you love a brooch. But the Queen's brooches this week were absolutely fantastic. She looked fabulous, especially today, which was oh no, actually it was yesterday. It was day 3 when she was wearing that white Dior and that emerald. Oh, it was just exquisite, absolutely exquisite.
And actually, Rach, you've chosen every fashion moment that I was going to mention, because I thought Zara, obviously, this is Zara's thing, right? Zara loves anything to do with equestrian, and this is a royal occasion, so it makes sense. But she just really shines. And I will say this, I'm not a massive fan of loads of flowers or pastel or whatever. I've always loved Zara's fashion, always. I love the brightness. I love the textures. I love the structure of certain outfits she wears. I also love like the color choices from the shoes to the outfit, because some people just choose like the same color dress to the shoes. But I love the fact that Zara had those silver heels with that lovely kind of bluish purple color dress. I just loved it. I thought it was amazing. So I'm going to say she is my fashion choice for the week. She always will be. I love Zara's style. But I completely agree with you with the king. We always know that he's had such an amazing style. His tailoring is perfection. And Royal Community, we've met the king. There is a vlog up on our channel if you want to just search for it in the search bar for us. It's called Meet the King. I mean, we didn't get too fancy with the title there, but his tailoring, when we saw him in person, and that's just a regular engagement, was impeccable. So I could just imagine what he looked like in real life with this wonderful like lemon waistcoat. I just loved it. I thought it was brilliant. But I was also going to put, Rach, that gobstopper of an emerald brooch. It was incredible. And I think what was lovely about this brooch that Camilla was wearing was because she was wearing that white outfit, it really did shine. Honestly, I took a double take. It looked like a gobstopper. It was huge. And I also found a little bit of information out. So it's the Delhi lady. Well, I think it was given by the, actually, I can't remember if it's the ladies of India. I'm sure whoever's in the comments, you can write down what that is. But it's the Delhi emerald brooch, and on the one side is carved with a rose, and on the other side it's like an unidentified plant. So it's really intrinsically made. You can tell it's brilliantly kind of carved out, and it's got some diamonds around it as well. It's just absolutely beautiful, so beautiful. It's from the Royal Collection, and it's from Queen Mary's collection. It was given to commemorate her royal visit to India in 1911. So there's always a story behind any of the, well, most of the jewels that we have with the royals. And I'm just loving seeing more of these really special jewelry pieces coming out of the vault. We need to have access to this vault. Can you imagine? It's amazing. So for me, the brooch was just standout. Bazara and the king was just lovely. Oh, so Greg said ladies of India during the Delhi Dunbar. I never pronounced that correctly. Dunbar, yeah?
Yeah. So it's been just a fashion week for the royals this week, and we've also got, starting from tomorrow, the state visit of the Emperor and Empress of Japan. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we may or we may not see a tiara or two, because the Japanese royal family have some incredible pieces in their collection. Pearls, diamonds. Just watch out for that, because if the tiaras are coming out, there's going to be some good ones to watch out for. So if there is, we'll speak about that next week.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So that's a really big roundup of royal news and fashion for this week. We've also got a few honourable mentions, haven't we, Rach? Because the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh celebrated their 25th wedding anniversary. We had a lovely picture up on the socials from them, didn't we?
Yeah, it was so nice. And this was actually taken in the grounds of their home, which we'd love to visit, because obviously you can't visit as a private house, but out of all the royal residences, theirs is the most incredible, I think, anyway. And then we also got, the day after, another photo was released, which was so lovely to see. And they celebrated their 25th anniversary at Ascot. And they looked incredible on the day. And they were holding hands, Shell. Yeah,
just holding hands.
After 25 years, I was like, yes, Sophie and Edward are the royal couple to look out for.
Yeah, it was so lovely to see them affectionate with each other, wasn't it?
It really was. It really was. And, you know, if you've listened to the podcast before, Shell and I love Edward and Sophie and the work that they do. And they just deserve all the recognition they're getting now. I mean, they've been working like since they got married as the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, but obviously at the time, the Earl and Countess of Wessex. So it's just lovely to see them come out more into the royal fanfare as such, because they had such a prominent part in Trooping the Colour. Edward was on horseback, and it's just lovely to see them long may it continue.
Actually, honourable mention for Sophie wearing that lovely yellow at the trooping. I thought she looked spectacular. So lovely. But guess
Yeah.
what, Rach? We had a very big week for another royal, and it was the Duchess of Gloucester. Not only did Brigitte turn 78 this week, she was also awarded the signia of Lady of the Most Noble Order of the Garter, because it was the Order of the Garter this week as well. It was such a busy royal week.
It really was. And you actually attended Order of the Garter the other year, didn't you? And we have actually got a vlog of that on our channel. So if you want to see again behind the scenes, check that out, because you were quite close to the royals in front of the chapel, wasn't you?
Oh my gosh, I got front row. Straight ahead of me was Sophie and Catherine. I was in my element. Honestly, it was such a fabulous day. And what happens is, next year, Royal Community, if you want to attend, there's a ballot and you just put your name in the ballot and you'll get a ticket, or you might not. So it's open to everybody. I think, as some people think that it might be a more of a closed event, but actually inside Windsor Castle, they've got viewing areas and you can apply for a ticket. So pop that in your diaries for next year to apply. Obviously, if the ballot comes up and we go in for it, we'll let you guys know. But it was such a lovely day. It was rain. No, sorry, it was lovely and sunny. But if it was raining, it wouldn't have been as nice because you don't get any cover. But still, such a lovely event. And like, they come down in the carriages. It's like a big, big affair. It's not a little thing like, oh, we're just going to the St. George's Chapel and that's it. There's a lot going on. And again, you're around Royal Community members, so it's amazing. You've always got someone to have a little chat with.
Yeah, so it was really nice to see that side of the pomp and pageantry, because we'd had that on Saturday at Trooping, then we had that on Monday, we've had Ascot for the rest of the week, and now starting tomorrow we've got the state visit. So there's so much going on this week and next week, and we'll be seeing tomorrow the King and Queen Camilla and Prince William. I don't think Catherine will attend, Shell, any of these events. It would be nice, but I don't think she will, because I did hear, now obviously we have to take this with a pinch of salt, Royal Community, but it has been said that Saturday actually took a lot out of her.
I mean, yeah, for us, it looks as if she just made her way to London, got in a carriage, went to the horse cars parade, then come back, waved on a balcony and went home. That actually is a lot. It's a full day. It's a full day of glam, of makeup and hair and getting dressed, and that takes a lot out of you when you're going through treatment. So yeah, we don't have any ears to the ground, so to speak. We don't have any intel, but I'm just assuming that possibly would be right. But again, as we say from the caption to that picture that we had the other week, there's going to be good days and bad days. And I actually also think, right, we probably won't know until the day before, like the same with trooping. So I think sometimes we'll have these moments where we go, oh, yay, she's going to be there. And I think it might be a good idea for us, Royal Community, to just assume she's not going to be there and then be pleasantly surprised if and when she is.
Yeah, definitely. So, Shell, have we got any questions or any comments from anyone watching?
Yes, Petra has said, I'm going to bring it up for you now. Hi, ladies. The Royal Ascot races have actually been televised live here in Ontario, and I have really enjoyed all the royal coverage. I mean, I didn't even think that was a thing, but I absolutely love that other people in other parts of the world get to share in the magic of Royal Ascot.
Yeah, I think it is an event that we would like to attend one time, isn't it, Shell? Not particularly for the horse racing, just to get dressed up and see the royals.
Yeah, have a bit of afternoon tea, but it is expensive, isn't it? It's very exclusive, so maybe we have to save our pennies for that one, Rach, and see what happens. So Gregory has said Zara looked amazing, and the king has excellent fashion sense. Wish Prince William would step up his fashion game. Well, Greg, that's fighting talk from you. I love that.
No, I do agree with what Greg's saying, actually. I think what it is with the king is he comes from that generation. you know, even obviously they have got money, I'm not saying that, but during the war and after the war, even if you didn't have money, people still made an effort to dress up, and you just don't have that these days. And I think, you know, if someone was really well dressed in the street, you'd kind of do a double take, like, oh, what's going on? But I agree, you know, as a future king and a future statesman, William sometimes does need to break out of the box. He is a bit samey in the choices that he wears. It's always blue, a blue jumper, a blue navy suit, a blue shirt. I get the significance of blue, but I would love for him to mix it up a bit.
Hmm. Gregory also said ladies of India during the Delhi Dunbar. So yeah, that's what I was saying about the lady. I couldn't remember where the ladies of India came into that title, but Greg said the brooch is sometimes called Queen Mary's carved emerald brooch. Yeah, and it's honestly it's show stopping. I read two different accounts. One said it was roughly about £40,000. Another one said it was over 100,000. It's hard to quantify these types of jewelry items because they're so significant. They have lots of they're older pieces, aren't they? So it's quite difficult to know where they sit in price and valuation of today, isn't it? It's quite difficult in that sense.
Yeah, unless you're a jeweler and you've got one of those things that you can look through. Stone.
Like on the did you say on the Antiques Roadshow?
Yeah, like on Antiques.
Yeah, I love it. Christy has agreed. She said, I love the blue dress that Zara wore. Wasn't it fabulous? I just love the structure around the side. And Rach, you even said that it was very similar to a colour that Queen Elizabeth wore on the balcony.
Yeah, as soon as I saw Zara wearing that dress and that colour, my mind, I thought, I've seen the Queen wear something very similar. And it was for the Platinum Jubilee. She was on the balcony and loved what she was wearing. It was more embellished around the coat, but I put a side by side in our private Facebook group, and I was just like, come on, people, like, tell me I'm not the only one that's seeing this.
Yeah, because that was a trooping, wasn't it, for 2022, if I remember right, with Louis when he did that thing, with the sound of the flyover. Now, Joshua's got a comment here, Rach, that I think is quite controversial. Get ready for this one.
Ooh.
Joshua said, I think Princess Eugenie's hat with the tassel that she wore on Wednesday should get an honourable mention for this week's fashion moment. And then he did a wink. What did you think of the tasseled hat?
I like the fact that all the cousins were playing with the tassel.
Yeah.
There was good photos of that. William was kind of like, what's this? Like, it wasn't my favourite. It wasn't, but she looked. I did like the hat, but yeah, did it need a tassel? I don't know. Would it have looked more chic if it was just one colour without anything added on? I'm not sure.
I know one of our VIP Royal Community members said it was as if she was getting like a graduation cap, and you put the tassel on the other side, like I've graduated. I love the fact that they were playing with the tassel. It wasn't my favorite look from Eugenie. Again, those pieces look lovely. I just wouldn't have put it together myself. But Joshua, if that's your fashion moment of the week, I salute you. I love that. So let's Avi said, Prince William looks wonderful. He dresses appropriately and looks smart. He's not a fashion guy. He leaves that to Catherine. Actually, that is an excellent point. That's an excellent point. Sometimes you need to be quite neutral to let the other person shine, right? And maybe that's what he's doing.
Yeah. I think obviously Catherine is the fashion person. That's what we all look to with Catherine whenever she's an engagement, is what she's going to be wearing. I do agree with that statement, but I just still think that he could push it a bit more.
I do. Yeah, I get it. I do think though that he did he was pushing Catherine out of the fashion stakes when he was wearing those velvet blazers and those Top Gun loafers. I mean, come on. We've got Gregory said, I love that Lady Sarah Chatto wore her mother's earrings and brooch. Very special. That's what I'm saying about jewelry. It really connects you to, to traditions and members of the family that have passed away. And it's a lovely memento, isn't it?
Yeah, and also speaking of that, Shell, Lady Louise wore her coronation outfit to Troop in the Colour, didn't she? It was a different hat that she wore, a different fascinator, but she wore the same dress. Because as soon as we saw that on the mall, we were like, oh, she's wearing the same outfit.
We were really excited. Petra has said that Queen Camilla was beautiful today with that blue feathered hat. I don't think I've seen her outfits for Ascot today, unless I have. Oh, yes, she was getting in the carriage, wasn't she? Yeah, yeah.
It's a duck egg blue, and it was she had a feather hat on. Also with a feather hat today was Lady Frederick Windsor, Sophie Windsor.
Yeah.
And she was wearing a Catherine Walker dress, which is with Catherine, and Princess Diana wore a lot of Catherine Walker back in the day as well.
I didn't like the structure of the dress. I thought she looked beautiful, but I didn't particularly think that was my favourite look. It was great to see her in a carriage, though, wasn't it?
It was. And I think when Royal Ascot takes place, the first 2 days are pretty royal heavy, right? Obviously, you had the King, Queen in attendance today, but you do have not the working royals as such. So we didn't have, for instance, I'm trying to think of someone, Princess Anne. You didn't have Princess Anne today. I think she actually had an engagement today, and that's why she wasn't there. But I'm not expecting the king will be there tomorrow because of the state visit of the Japanese emperor and empress. So it'll be interesting to see if and who's in the carriages tomorrow for the last day.
We have Petra coming back with a Prince William comment. I don't think Prince William can wear anything that would outshine his smile. I think we have a Prince William fan. Plus, I think they are very frugal and rewear outfits. Yeah, exactly. I mean, when you think of the Earthshot Prize, all of the people who go to the Earthshot Awards wear rewears. And I love that. Absolutely love it. So I think it's a good thing for the planet. We know a lot of fast fashion in particular, is really hard on climate change and all the extra bits that Earthshot shine a light on. So yeah, I think this is a really good thing, and I love the fact that they rewear. Because can you imagine how big their closets are? There's got to be something in there they can wear, right? It's got to be.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been so great to chat all things royal. I did want to finish off with this question with you, Rach. And the question is, did you like seeing a more extended family member balcony, or would you prefer it more streamlined or even bigger? What's your thoughts?
I don't think it can be any more streamlined at this point. I think when we think of back when Queen Elizabeth was around and we had the Kents, we had the Gloucesters. I'm not talking about the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester. I'm talking about their children as well and their children. And it was like that balcony was full. It was packed to the brim. And now it was like what we had, the King and Queen, we had the Waleses, the Gloucesters, the Edinburghs, the Princess Royal and Sir Timothy Lawrence. And that was it. So I think, you're not going to, I don't think you're going to see Mike Tyndall, for example, on the balcony like you probably would have a few years ago.
There was also the Duke of Kent, but I would love to see Zara and Mike up there. I'd love to see Eugenie and Beatrice back up there. I think I would love to see a really big extended royal family up on Trooping, because remember, it is a celebration of the sovereign's birthday. So them together as a collective is, for me, would just be a lot lovelier, if that makes sense. Even make the occasion more special. And I think since we had the pared down version of Trooping with the balcony, which was at that time Queen Elizabeth II, Charles, Camilla, and the Waleses, or the Cambridges at that time, yeah, I just think we kind of got used to seeing a very slim down version, and now it's starting to grow back a bit. So I'm quite glad, actually. I'm glad to see a little bit more hip and happening on the balcony. It's a big balcony, and also it's great for us onlookers to cheer, and it kind of makes the day, doesn't it?
It really, really does. Yeah. Thank you, everyone that's joined the live. If you're watching the replay, don't forget to comment your favourite fashion moment of the week. And if you think there should be more royals on the balcony, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, to like the video. It just helps us in the algorithm. So more people, more royal fans can join us. And don't forget the vlog for Trooping the Colour as well. That is the previous video to this one.
Yeah, that's right. Our next YouTube live will be Wednesday. So Wednesday evening, roughly 6:30 to 7 o'clock, will be our next live. We'll pop up a social post and on the community tab here on YouTube, and you'll also find that over on our Instagram, Keeping Up with the Windsors pod. So come on over and say hello. DM me and Rachel, or send us an email at keepingupwiththewindsorspod@gmail.com. If you want to be part of our VIP Royal community, you can over on Ko-fi. I'll pop a link in the description of this video for you. And with that, you'll get a Zoom call with us every month, and also a private Facebook group, which we talk daily about royal things in there as well. So thank you so much for being here and being part of the royal community. And we will see you on Wednesday. Bye, everyone.
Bye.